It may be that we can get some district funds, we may be able to get some funds from the clubs, it may be that we can send out a project team over there, or we may need to get donations in kind involved. The idea is actually to funnel these wish lists so they get the best, I guess, best and the right outcome for those clubs in Papua New Guinea. Now, Colin Melvin from the Rotary Club of Kenmore has agreed to take on this role, and we are currently going through the protocols to set that up. I've also asked the clubs in Papua New Guinea excuse me, to organise a mini conference for Papua New Guinean Rotarians. Because bear in mind, you've got to think about this, that a lot of the expats have now left some of the clubs over there, and the clubs are starting to be run. In fact, we've only got one expat who's running, two expats who are running Barocco and Port Moresby. The rest are being run by citizens, or some people like to call them nationals. I think it's heartening. I've asked them anyway to organise a mini conference so that they can review and discuss their local issues and find solutions which really are beneficial to their community. I think it's heartening to see the variety of work undertaken by Rotarians and friends in reaching out to these remote areas. I think if any of you have not experienced the joy of being part of a team, and I was lucky to go to Solomon Islands a few years ago, then I fully recommend that you think about the possibility of doing that. But I think also, whatever methodology is used, we must retain our sense of respect and empathy for the difference in culture and their ways of doing business. I think it'd be remiss of me if I didn't mention donations in kind and the tremendous ongoing work and effort they make to receive, sort and send goods out in 20-foot containers. Now, every year nearly 50 containers are sent out from this district. The Jenny dispatch to our shores will cost around about $3,500. Things are changing. I can say that basically some of the container companies, the ones that we've been shipping with, are getting a little bit upset with the fact the containers are not being returned. And so also they're going to start asking for deposits on the containers. And the other thing is, I'd like to mention is that when we send a container out from here, if it goes to somewhere, say like Lae, if it's going for Lae itself, the Lae area, that's fine, because the Lae Club, which has a fair amount of money involved, they have a fair amount of money in their coffers, can handle this. But if you want to get it up to Goroka or Mount Hagen, it's 3,000 kina to get it off the wharf, and also it's about 5,000 or 6,000 kina to truck it up to Mount Hagen. So I'm asking clubs and DIK to say, look, don't just think about the $3,500 to send them there. Think about the money that's got to get up to the clubs where it's actually needed in the Highlands. Pardon me. So, donations in kind is looking for your cash, and I know you give assistance in loading the containers on weekends. Now, Bill Waterfield, as you're probably aware, has been our representative for many years. He is now looking to retire again. I say that because I know Bill probably won't retire, but someday he's going to retire, one way or the other. And I think really we're seeking the help of Rotarians who are able perhaps to take on the role of managing donations in kind. And if anyone's got any ideas or would like to help in this area, either please contact Bill or myself. I want to mention now just very briefly the district directory. And I know you all should have had copies of that by now. Now, the directory was formatted in the line so